Right, guys, this is our, so far of this season, Premier League underrated 11. Okay, we're going to go through position by position. We'll go on each other's. We'll probably have a debate about some of them. But who has been underrated so far this season in goal?
Before we start, I'm already on the back foot.
You are.
Before we start, there's a couple players I didn't do them all like on this season necessarily. Like, if that makes sense, I just think they're underrated in general.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same.
interesting. Okay. I've done pretty much this season.
Okay.
I've done it probably. So carry on.
Yeah. So goalkeeper, yeah.
Yep.
I've gone Dean Henderson for Crystal Palace. He's
okay.
Of recent as well. Last 3-4 games, I think he's been very, very good.
Yeah.
And I've always thought. It's crazy English. Always thought, even when he was at United and he was getting loaned out, that he was a lot better than what people say.
Do you think he's future England number one?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have him over Pickford definitely very soon. I reckon. Because Pickford with his feet is not doing it for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I rate that. I don't mind that at all. Ken.
I've gone Vicario.
Underrated.
Oh. Okay.
I think he's
crazy.
What? Do you not rate him?
No, I rate him, but I think.
Do you think he gets his props?
Last season he was rated as one of the best, and he's dipped down
his
a
levels
bit,
dropped
if anything.
off, which is maybe why. I don't know. What do you think? He's not rated?
I wouldn't say he's not. No, he's obviously rated. It's not because this is the thing. There's going to be some guys that aren't rated. There's going to be some guys that aren't rated, and someone thinks is good. And there's going to be players that are rated, and you think is better. I think he's one of the best keepers in the league, and I don't know if he gets the. You
think he's top 5 keepers?
I'd give him like
maybe 5th in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I think
I think last season he had a very good spell, but this season he's not been great.
Yeah. I'm not gone off form. I've gone off
fair.
Players. I'd go Vicario.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yourself?
I've previously slated on this pod Andre Onana.
Onana?
Yep.
To be fair, what? Yeah.
It's not a bad shout.
I've called him a donkey for years, right? I think he was poor when he first came to Man United. If you watch him now, he's very good.
Probably their best player.
He's probably their best player. He's got 3 clean sheets this season. Bearing in mind, Man U are terrible in 14th position. I'm happy to go back on my word.
Yeah.
He's actually all right.
Yeah.
He's actually all right.
And I think a lot of people would disagree, which is what you want from an underrated player. Otherwise, everyone would agree with you.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, again, before 3 weeks ago, I would have said he's terrible.
Yeah.
I now have watched him more and looked at his stats. He's not terrible.
I don't mind that. He actually takes responsibility and wants to take responsibility on his shoulders in terms of like the media scrutiny on the team.
Yeah.
So he's happy to. He's a big presence. I don't mind that actually, because he was a shambles.
Yeah,
he was having a bad spell. I don't think he was ever a bad keeper.
Yeah.
And now he's back into form.
He has been a bad keeper.
But people. But I mean, he was before they signed him.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
Best keeper in the Champions League. And stuff. Yeah.
Who should we go back 4?
You going for your whole back 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
One is slightly out of position, but he just played in that position on the weekend.
Get anything to change the rules, isn't he?
Just say it, bro.
Right back, Tino Livramento for Newcastle. Centre halves, I've gone Ben White and John Stones.
We are 2 days out from that Arsenal Liverpool game where Ben White played
John Stones.
And then left back, I've gone Tyreek Mitchell.
Johnny Stones?
Yeah.
Isn't he rated as one of the best?
He thinks he's the best defender of all time in the world.
Oh, this is what you're saying.
Remember, he was going to have him over like.
You've got a poster of him.
Ferdinand.
I would genuinely say, like, once he retires, he'll go down as the best centre back in England, or in my opinion.
Worth. Okay.
Like in Premier League.
So he's rated at the minute very good.
Extremely
you think
good.
He's possibly one of the best?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not the worst shout.
He's unbelievable.
I feel like playing for Man City don't help.
Yeah,
as much as they win everything, it's just like
a centre back's not going to shine in that team.
I don't even mean that. It's just like even De Bruyne. I don't think he ever like. It took a long time for him to get the respect he needed. Like if you play for Arsenal, Liverpool, United, Chelsea, I feel like you get rated a lot quicker. Maybe it's that they don't have a fan base.
Yeah, true. But you happy with Livramento and Tyreek Mitchell?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They are.
Tyreek Mitchell, I think, is class.
Yeah. He's not shown the best of himself.
Could get into the England team and
should get
potentially
into
will.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I like it. Ken, what are we saying?
I've gone Anthony Robinson, Mark Gay, Konate, and Ben White.
I don't think Robertson's underrated though. He's getting his plaudits. Robinson, sorry. Yeah. The Fulham.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting his plaudits, isn't he?
Not going to say anything.
I feel like he's only just started getting his plaudits.
I have got him as well,
The thing is, like, it's hard to do it because he's recently come into good form. So I suppose before you'd say he's underrated, but everyone's rating him.
My thing with it is, not everyone are. That doesn't make any sense.
Not
everyone are rating him because they don't watch him.
Yeah.
So
that's why I feel like when you play,
it's like, oh, he's actually really good.
Yeah.
And if I said to one of my mates who's a casual football fan, what's
wouldn't know. They wouldn't know.
Yeah. For me, that's why.
Who are the other? Ben White.
I've gone Ben White as right back, and Konate and Mark Gay.
Konate and Mark Gay.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I get what you're saying. I think
Konate. I think Konate's.
I rate them
in the same bracket as Gabriel. Not as good as him, but like Gabriel last year. I think Gabriel's got his ratings now. Gabriel last year was just as important to us as Saliba, but was not getting the props.
I feel that.
I think Konate's in that position with Liverpool now. Yeah, where like he's been a big part of their back four, but people haven't been speaking that much about him.
It's because you go for Saliba or Van Dijk, you see the person next to him.
Mark Gay, I would say he's closer to being overrated than underrated.
Do you?
Like I think he's one of the best centre backs in the league, right?
Yeah.
But like especially after the Euros where he played well for a couple games, like everyone's like jumping on the bandwagon of saying this guy's the best.
No, he's not the best.
But he's not.
I'm not saying that. No.
So I don't think he's underrated.
Yeah, anyway. I might think he's at the minute he's rated perfectly.
Perfectly.
Yeah. I wonder if people agree with our Ben White shouts.
Well, Ben White
because
for me,
he's Arsenal and he's
but for me, Ben White is underrated. Like he's massively underrated.
Yeah.
Like I think everyone knows he's good, but I don't think they realise how good he is.
I mean, he just slotted in centre half, and
seamlessly. Yeah. So,
I have got James Justin, Levi Colwill, Konate, and Anthony Robinson.
Okay, yeah,
you got two of the same.
Yeah, Konate, like you said.
Oh wow, they gave it up.
Wow. Konate is just you look at Van Dijk, and this season Konate has been
just
awesome.
Yeah,
Robinson, as we said, Colwill, left back with
I think Colwill's a good shout.
Who was last Chelsea manager?
Pochettino.
Yeah, he was left back under Pochettino, straight in centre back quality, and James Justin dunked 2 on our head at home. So very very good right back.
Yeah, no, I can't argue too much with him.
So mine's the best so far.
I do still think like Levi Colwill I think is actually underrated even by like the majority of fans. But I think Konate is rated by a lot of the fans.
Okay, that's fair.
But maybe not to the extent.
That's the fun of the game.
Okay.
And we all got 3 centre mids.
Yeah, I'm not going first this time.
I've got 3.
I'll go first.
I got 4. I got 4-4-2.
Oh, Barclaysman.
Yeah.
Wow. I've got 3 centre mids. I've not really figured out 6, 8, 10. I've got Bentancur, Baliba, and Morgan Rogers.
Interesting.
I was close to putting Morgan Rogers.
I
thought he's getting his ratings now.
What I think should
not enough.
When you're saying the names, we should be like, nah, there's no way, because then that means he's underrated.
No, it doesn't.
Because if I say a name and you two, nah, he's poor, then that's good, because I think he's good. Underrated by you.
No, but that poor is aggressive. Like again, you ask casual footballers.
Yeah.
What do you think of Morgan Rogers?
They wouldn't know.
Who's Morgan Rogers?
So I hear it.
Exactly. So and bearing in mind again, can play left wing or centre mid.
Yeah.
How useful
That's mad.
Is that? Ridiculous. Bentancur, I'm not a Tottenham fan. I think, in my opinion, their best midfielder. Their most solid midfielder. And
that's a big shout.
Yeah.
I've probably not watched him enough, but I've never really been that impressed.
I think you don't notice him, and that's a good thing. Yeah. I think he's got, I wrote a stat down here for you, almost 92% retention rate on the ball. What more do you want on a centre mid? 100%, obviously. Of course.
Daniel there.
I think, again, you don't really see him much, and I think that's a good thing. And then Baliba from Brighton, unreal.
I don't even know who that is.
Exactly. Yeah. Underrated. One of their hidden gems from South America or wherever. I think he's fantastic.
Yeah, fair enough. Ken, do you want to
go? Midfield 3 have gone Wharton, Gravenberch, and James Maddison. Madison's going to be controversial.
No, I'd back the Maddison.
That's why.
Guess what? Overrated.
Exactly. There you go. So people underrate him.
I think he's played for Spurs. You know, his form hasn't been amazing in the last couple of games or last few weeks or whatever. Therefore, people are jumping on the bandwagon as if to say he's not good. But as a footballer, there's not many better footballers in the Premier League than him. Easily.
Let me tell you.
Easily.
No,
in terms of what he can do with football,
he's a person, right? He's a player that all the people who play football in the game will rate him. Like he's rated by his peers. And so Ange and Brendan Rodgers, his last 2 managers,
they've
both said literally on separate occasions, they've been shocked at how good he was in training.
Yeah, he's the type of player you train with. You know, he's head and shoulders
I've not trained with him, so let me show you. Let me tell you how I see Maddison. Right, probably a lovely bloke. So if he sees this, respect. You're a good footballer. He is a good footballer, right? He has moments of brilliance, and then for 3 games he does nothing. Yeah. As an attacking mid, you can't afford to have gaps like that in your season, in my opinion.
No, I hear what you're saying.
And like what you've just said, he's one of the best. I completely disagree. And that's why this game is so fun. Underrated, I think, is mental. If you wanted to say he's rated, fair.
No, he's underrated.
He's underrated because he's the type of guy that if he... Like you said, any player that plays with him will tell you he's one of the best footballers they've trained with, played with, whatever. Yeah. But he doesn't get the plaudits because guys will say
bare angry.
I get that as well. I get what you say though, because
I hear that
there's a difference between having the ability and being a great player.
That's why,
being what's the word?
Effective
on the pitch. You know, you can get people who will look poor in training, like centre half,
and then on a match day they just do the job.
He does his jobs. So they look.
Then
really
there's
good.
the guy that's a joke.
So he needs to translate that over.
Yeah, he definitely. Yeah, I agree with that.
I see that.
But ability, he's got everything.
Who else did
he show it enough? That's my thing. I don't think he does.
Yeah,
he probably doesn't.
He probably doesn't.
No, he probably doesn't.
Exactly. Probably doesn't show it enough.
1-0.
Well, no, we've done you 10 times earlier.
Fair play.
No, but who else you got, Ken? Sorry.
I said Wharton and Gravenberch.
Gravenberch has been probably the best DM in the league this season.
I think he's rated.
I think he goes about it silently.
Scene, like.
Well, that's the thing, though, isn't
come on the scene. He was at Bayern Munich.
Was he?
Yeah. And then he was terrible last season, and now he's
maybe underrated up until this season.
Yeah, fair.
He's probably transitioning into the rated.
Yeah.
But I think he's, again, for Liverpool, I think he's been one of their most important players. And, you know, people talk about Salah, maybe Diaz, because he's been getting the numbers and stuff. Those people go under the radar. Van Dijk, if you want to talk about defensively.
And that's why I agree with you. He's only just getting his ratings, which means he's probably underrated.
Yeah.
And Wharton is probably like 50-50. Like, half the people are starting to rate him, half still probably
It's tough for Palace this season.
I don't even know if he's 50-50. I don't know if it's got to 50%. Yeah, that's what I don't think it's got to 50% of people rating him yet.
Oh, he'd do well for Arsenal, man.
Yeah.
He'd do good.
So,
who's your midfield?
I've already told you.
Oh, right. Have you? Oh, yeah, you went first.
Believer Rodgers,
I was just scared to say
Here we go. Right, Ken, let's get ready.
No, so I've gone 4 midfield.
4 centre midfields or?
No, right mid, left mid.
Come
on. Right mid, I've gone Brennan Johnson.
You love that geezer.
I just think
him and John Stones on a little picnic. You love it.
Even last year, I thought he was very, very good, and he's had a good patch recently. So people are like, right, people are starting to give him a little bit of credit.
You know, I can't see that because I used to say he wasn't doing anything,
but even last season, he always looks, especially end of last year, the most like electric player in Spurs.
That's not
but output.
Though. How many more electric players do they have? Charles.
Yeah, but I'm not saying he's
because he's mad fast. He looks electric.
I'm not saying he's a world beater. I'm saying he's rated.
Is he a pace
underrated?
merchant?
He's underrated.
Basically,
listen, you could be a 7 out of 10.
He's always going to look electric, no matter how bad he plays. He's going to look electric. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because of the way he plays football.
Sprint speed, like. I don't just mean he runs
but he's sharp and he's a willing runner, so he causes problems.
He creates chances. Yeah.
This season, I would agree underrated. Overall, I wouldn't.
Perfect.
There you go.
Yeah, I think he's been very good in the last 6 weeks or so.
Yeah. Okay, I've gone Ryan Christie for Bournemouth.
Yeah, nice.
Because I think he's one of them. You know, when them players where if you just watch the game, you don't see him, and then if you watch him, you're still watching the whole game somehow because he's involved in so much that don't really get seen.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's massive for Bournemouth. I've then gone Odegaard.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I think
I would have put him over Maddison in the same.
Yeah, he's rated by like worldwide as one of the top players.
Yeah,
but I think he's probably he's like in the same level as someone like Jude Bellingham, Kevin De Bruyne in terms of how they're playing at the moment. Mm-hmm. He's so good. Do you disagree?
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, he's unreal.
Yeah. And then the last one is it's gone off. The last one, Reece Nelson. I put Brennan Johnson twice, but I had Reece Nelson. Again,
you put Brennan Johnson twice. You love him that much.
Brennan Johnson's got to be in. No, Reece Nelson.
Nice.
Just because I said when he left Arsenal, I'm still convinced if he gets a run of games, we're going to buy him back for 60, 70 mil. Mm-hmm. I genuinely think that will happen. He's still young, and he's just unbelievable going forward. Yeah. Off the ball, he could probably be a better game knowledge.
Yeah.
But no one rates him.
Yeah.
No one rates him. So even Arsenal fans don't rate him.
So, yeah, no, we didn't. Not a lot of us rated him at the time. So yeah, fair.
Arteta probably don't rate him enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my midfield 4.
Because you have to looking at that now, would he have done better, if not exactly the same, as Sterling has done this season?
But it's different in the sense that he needs to go. Yeah, but of course he wouldn't have done any worse than Sterling's done.
Right, we'll go to your front 3, my front 2.
My front 3.
First yet?
Yeah, I've gone.
Here we go.
Bukayo Saka.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nicholas Jackson.
That's crazy.
And Mbeumo.
Yeah.
Jackson.
That's
I've watched him a few times. I've watched him a few times. There's not, and people will probably disagree with me or whatever, but there's not many better strikers in the league than him in terms of what he offers all round. Currently, his numbers back it up as well, so you can't even use that argument that people used to use. But then his all-round game in terms of he loves to just come in and link up well, but then he's quick and athletic. He runs in behind and causes problems. Now he's got goals. He's becoming an all-round very good centre forward, and I don't think people are giving it the numbers he's got, especially if you take out penalties.
Yeah,
I think he's like after Haaland one of the top two or three. Take out, yeah. So what more? But he's not getting in those. Obviously, he's not Haaland, but he's not getting the ratings.
It's the same thing I say every time, and I always own up to it. I said he was terrible last year, and then you just carry that on.
Yeah.
So when someone goes,
that's what people do.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it is. But even at the start, I never thought he was terrible. But he missed a few bad chances, and then it makes it. But I've always thought he was good. But now that they've given him the run and that, I think he's good.
I was just about to say that as well. Like he at the start, I could tell.
Yeah, you could see
it was a good player on bad form.
Yeah.
Or just not fitting in.
Yeah.
It had all the characteristics for
exactly.
all the attributes. So I think that's a decent shout to be fair.
Saka, I mean,
half and half again probably.
I had this chat with my mate. My mate's a Liverpool fan at the weekend, and when he scored that goal, I said, "What you got to say now?" Yeah, he's a good player.
Yes.
But you overrate him.
What else? What more do you want him to do?
That's why he's in my list. That's why he's in my list.
Youngest Premier League players to reach 50 goals, right?
Yeah, he's beat Thierry Henry's.
Top 5 is like Shearer, Haaland, Michael Owen, Robbie Fowler, Cristiano Ronaldo, and then Saka. So how is he not world class?
He's a winger. The only winger ahead of him is
Ronaldo,
the second best player of all time.
Yeah,
second.
It is actually embarrassing. And this he was at the Ballon d'Or last night, and people were saying he's limping on the red carpet. It's just how he walks. Some people have a bowl.
Yeah.
I can't. It's just because it's Saka.
Well, there you go. That's why he's in my list, because for me, he doesn't get the He doesn't get the props. Arsenal fans, and it feels like anyone else is like they know he's good, but they don't want to give him is he well? I'm not going to. Kind of like this. Like
going, no, he's not even that good.
So I put him in there with chest, and then Mbeumo.
Yeah,
I think he's very good.
I think he's rated though.
Right, you say this.
Whoa,
calm yourself. Right.
But then this is the thing though. You keep saying he's rated, but he's rated by people that maybe watch football and know football.
Yeah.
8 goals in 9 games.
Your average Joe who just likes football but doesn't necessarily watch it.
Well, I rate him.
Will not even either know who he is or not really know how good he is. That's why I put him in.
8 goals in 9 games. He is the first winger on the list of top scorers. He is 3rd in the whole league of top scorers, and he's a winger.
Yeah, it's insane.
He plays for Brentford.
And
when Tony left, everyone was like, Brentford are done.
But when them two were playing up front together, they were a dangerous combination. Very good. And obviously Tony got most of the plaudits, but he was always. So this is why
he'll always be underrated because he plays for Brentford, right?
Yeah.
Until he
because he's bald. He hasn't got the. Nah, I'm telling you.
Bald 11 we're gonna do next week.
Nah,
bald people can't be good at football.
No.
Wait, by the way.
No, they just don't get. Okay, I come back to Gabriel. When Gabriel was bald and played with Saliba, it was Saliba doing all the work, and Gabriel was just there. I'm telling you,
this is the weirdest conspiracy ever.
Odegaard looks better on the ball because he's got nice hair than if he was bald. That is a fact.
Just go through it. Go through the players list.
Thing is, there's no proper skinheads these days as well. That's just come to mind.
Yap Stam.
Just when Roy Keane shave his head and clamp someone. No one does that.
No.
There's no skin. No, seriously, where are they gone?
Bald 11.
The skinheads in football.
I think now you have to be really crazy to have a skinhead.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're bald. Like, you have to be really crazy. Whereas back then, it was just kind of
like the Celtic captain. He had full hair. He just shaved it off.
He's
a nut. He's a nutcase.
He's crazy. Done that for 20 years.
All right.
Shit at football, but...
All 11.
No, he's not.
I have got... And before you say... No, he's rated. Wait.
That's my line.
Anton Semenyo, left wing.
Okay.
Liam Delap, striker. Brian Mbeumo, right wing. And the reason I say Semenyo,
that's not bad.
Even though he's being rated now,
yeah.
Last week you put out a clip of me saying Arsenal will buy him in January. The comments, he's not good enough.
Yeah.
Which is insane. He is good enough. Yeah.
Left wing, striker, right wing. How often can you get a player that can do all of those things?
Off both feet, get goals.
He's so athletic. Brian Mbeumo, you've just explained, no need to do any more. Liam Delap, Ipswich.
Very good.
Yeah.
5 goals, 9 games at 21 years old.
For Ipswich.
And you watch him against big teams, doesn't care. Doesn't care who he's playing. Quality.
Yeah. I've actually got Liam Delap as well. As one of my
ball
2.
knowledge.
Yeah, 0 ball knowledge. No, but he reminds me, like, his movement and the way he finishes and links up reminds me of Harry Kane.
Yeah, I feel
just obviously a younger, worse version. Sorry. But so he's unbelievable. Like, he can actually finish from anywhere as well. And then I've got Kai Havertz.
Worth.
Listen, this.
Ken, if you're listening, Ken just looked away from the camera.
Sorry, go on, explain.
Wait. I want to know, what was the look for there, Ken? What's wrong with Kai Havertz?
Underrated.
Yeah. Right. We're talking about the comments.
You love Kai Havertz.
We're talking about the comments on our socials, on our Instagram.
Yeah.
Everyone says that all the Chelsea fans are saying we wouldn't take Kai Havertz back.
I changed my mind. Jackson plays over Havertz.
Yeah, but
that's the argument, right?
Yeah,
that's their
Havertz
argument.
could fit in somewhere in that team.
It's the same.
That's different though. He can definitely play. He would play in Chelsea's team.
He'd fit in somewhere. Chelsea.
But if you're just going like, would he play in the striker position over? I don't think he would.
Like their system, no. But what I'm saying is Chelsea fans do not rate him.
Chelsea fans don't rate him, but that's a hatred thing because he's gone.
No one does though.
But it took how long?
That's because he's left them to go to Arsenal, so they hate him.
How many consistent games did it take at Arsenal for even Arsenal fans to like him?
It's the same. Do you know what it is? It's the same argument as Nicholas Jackson, right?
It is.
Last season they were a little bit donkey-ish. I like to call them donkeys. They're now not.
How many goals have Havertz got
carry it on?
I don't know.
It's same as I thought. It was 7, 5,
but
6,
5 or 6.
Same as Nicholas Jackson, I thought.
But
it's the same argument. Yeah. You remember that they were not great at football, and now they are. Yeah. But you hold that. No, he's terrible. But he's not.
I mean, Kai Havertz has been a wonder kid from his since he's 17.
Unreal.
But even if he didn't score the goals that he's been scoring recently, he would still be he'd still be rated as highly for me without his goals because of what he gives to the team defensively, out of possession. He gives so much, like even the unseen things, not just defending and getting back and tackling. It's just the pressure he puts on, the movement he does off the ball.
He's a nuisance, isn't he?
Yeah.
Can you just preempt the comments you'll get? Look down the camera. Just imagine what they're going to say and answer it now, so we don't have to comment.
I've answered it, mate. You don't need to talk. It's fine. So that's my 2 strikers.
Love it. I don't think there's any horror shouts in there. Oh, you do?
No, I've got some honourable mentions.
Who?
Of course you have.
Curtis Jones, Timber, and Ian Matson.
Wow, okay.
The Villa left back. Chelsea Academy prospect. He played for Bayern. No, the Dortmund, was it?
Yeah.
Dortmund. And
he's good.
He starts on and off, I think, does he?
It's not a nailed position. Yeah.
But every time he plays, he looks electric.
Yeah. All right. Any honourable mentions, or are you done?
I didn't have a list. Did you have any honourable mentions?
No, I thought about Danny Welbeck.
Yeah.
He's in the form of his life, and it's kind of
Semenyo I was close to putting in. I was close to putting Iwobi in.
Yeah, I thought Emil Smith Rowe as well. But then we loads of Arsenal players.
Yeah, but
manager,
underrated manager.
Yeah,
Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, Ten Hag. See ya.
He's not watching this, so it's fine. Underrated manager. I don't really.
There'd probably be a few.
I reckon David Moyes could have been in with a shout.
Yeah,
looking back, hindsight.
Yeah, I agree.
The fans never really liked him.
Yeah,
David Moyes
would put stickers. I'll
back that.
Whose team do you reckon is number 1? Obviously mine, I think.
Mine. What
number 1 based on what? Yeah,
underrated?
Exactly. Yeah, there's
no. What's the best?
Can I just say as well,
team?
just for the props? I didn't have any repeat teams. I made it harder for myself. I did one player from each team, just to let everyone know. Just to let everyone know.
Those weren't the rules, though. So
yeah, but just to let everyone know.
Yeah.
Mine's the best.
Well, in the comments, you can let us know who you think the best underrated 11 is.
There you go.
And we'll come back probably next week with a difference.
Bald 11.
Bald 11.
See you next week for Bald.
We'll leave it there.